At Odin's request, Thor allows Loki to join the Avengers in their fight against the Masters of Evil, who has recently gained the ability to teleport. Loki claims that he could block their teleportation with his magic. On the way over, Makoto has a sincere conversation with Loki and convinces him to make peace with his brother. Even Loki starts to feel hopeful that things will work out with Thor. Later, the Avengers raid the Antarctic Hydra base, where several vibranium-based weapons were said to be smuggled into. The Masters of Evil were surprised to find empty containers, later revealed to be Black Panther's doing to lure them with false information about the shipment. When the enemy is about to escape, Loki blocks their teleportation, forcing a confrontation with the Avengers while Makoto and his friends handle Bruno. Makoto struggles to deal with Bruno alone, so Addy uses his technopathic powers on several Humvees, distracting him long enough for Makoto to break free. Although Bruno easily took down the Humvees, Makoto used the distraction to knock him down with his aerial powers. Even Chloe helps them out by transforming into Makoto to give him time to attack Bruno from behind. Bruno stands back up and claims that even with all three, they are no match against him with the Emerald's powers. He then attacks them with winged daggers, but Makoto uses windshield to block them, infuriating Bruno. Bruno claims that Makoto isn't strong enough to stop him by himself. When Bruno charged at him, Makoto channeled his inner power and transformed into a winged being. Chloe worries that Makoto is in danger, but Adi claims that Makoto is undefeated in that form. Bruno declares that he is more powerful, claiming to be superior to him in every way. Makoto asks him why he keeps obsessing over who is stronger and comparing himself against him. He then uses and attacks him with Form 13 Hypersonic, followed by Form 11 Tornado. Once his vision is blocked, he attacks Bruno with Form 1 Impact, which brings him down. When Makoto was about to finish him off, he pulled his punch and hit the ground instead. Bruno is displeased that he was taking it easy on him now that he is some hotshot hero, but Makoto claims he isn't one yet. Makoto then reminds him of the days when they were still training and talking about their future of one day becoming heroes. He claims they were best friends and misses the days when just being together was fun. Even though he has become part of the Avengers, he claims that it doesn't feel right and that being a hero without him is meaningless. Suddenly, Bruno is subjected to extreme pain, to which Adi suspects that he has reached his body's limits from the Emerald's powers. Bruno asks Makoto why he continues to help him, and refuses to give up on him after everything he has done. Makoto claims he is doing it because they are friends, which forces Bruno to tear up. Bruno explains that he is too far gone despite it all, and there's no turning back anymore. As he slowly approaches Makoto, Bruno is also unable to finish him off, to which Adi claims that the Emerald's powers are quickly fading from his body. When they asked what he did to Bruno, Makoto claimed that it must be the strong power of their friendship. Meanwhile, the Hulk faces Ares by himself in a battle of strength. Hulk claims they already know how this battle ends, but Ares explains that it took 3 Avengers to stop him last time. When Ares throws his axe at Hulk, Captain America deflects it with his shield while Thor knocks him against the wall with powerful electricity. Enchantress then attacks Wasp with her powers, but Loki creates a barrier to block them. Loki then laughs at her, claiming her attacks to lack finesse, imagination, and sharpness. Enchantress is displeased with Loki's tone and claims that she has control of more power than he could ever imagine, forcing Loki to retreat. Wasp and Iron Man cover Loki's retreat and fires back at Enchantress. With no way out and facing overwhelming odds, Enchantress and Ares look up to Samuel Stearns for an escape plan. Stearns claims they are left with one option and suggests using the Emerald Crystal to boost their powers beyond imagination. Ares quickly accepts, but Stearns warns him that should he decide to accept it, there would be no turning back and couldn't guarantee its effects if it would be positive. Ares gladly takes the risk, claiming to be willing to take the chance, but Enchantress doesn't seem convinced otherwise. Enchantress claims she'd rather hand herself over to the Avengers, to which at least she'd know what she was getting into. Unlike the crystal, it is quite unpredictable. That said, Stearns quickly hands Ares the Emerald Crystal. Captain America and Iron Man try to convince him otherwise, but he refuses to listen, even to Enchantress. Ares then holds the crystal in the air, declaring that with its power he would become stronger than even the mightiest gods, forcing them to kneel before him. Ares recklessly breaks the vial, which inadvertently also got the Enchantress doused with its power. As Ares and Enchantress scream in pain over the crystal's effects, Stearns uses this chance to escape while everyone is distracted. Feeling ominous, Captain America tells everyone to be wary. Brimming with power, Ares quickly leaps and attacks the ground, blowing everyone from the impact. Enchantress follows through with a Hellflame Dragon attack, which not even Iron Man's repulsor could stop. The attack blew Iron Man, Wasp, and Loki against the wall. Enchantress claims it is intoxicating as the overwhelming power surges over her body. Iron Man claims their powers are off the charts, and Captain America suspects that the Emerald Crystal is amplifying their superhuman abilities. Before Stearns makes a swift escape, he laughs at the Avengers, claiming that they are no match for the power of the Emerald Crystal. Loki claims they can't let him escape and urges Thor to accompany him, leaving Iron Man and the others to deal with Ares and Enchantress. As they struggle to contain them, Enchantress suddenly screams in pain before finally passing out, having reached her limits. Ares was unimpressed with her inability to assimilate with the Emerald's powers. Captain America worries that the same thing might happen to him, but Ares claims he isn't worried and charges at them. The impact of Ares' attacks has quickly destroyed the building's foundation, which Iron Man worries would all soon collapse in on them. Even Ares is slowly reaching his limits, so Captain America rallies everyone into an attack formation. Wasp attacks with Wasp's Sting, Captain America uses Shield Throw, Hulk attacks with a Hulk Smash, while Iron Man fires a Unibeam. Their combined attacks forced Ares to go down finally. Meanwhile, Thor and Loki catch up to Stearns, who almost made it to the exit. Thor throws Mjolnir at the entrance, and the explosion forces Stearns to roll back to them. Loki claims that leaving his subordinates to save himself makes him the quintessential villain. Stern refuses to surrender, risking everything to ensure the success of the Emerald Rain project. Loki claims that nothing is left but to surrender, but Stearns pulls out his trump card and uses psionic invasion at point-blank range. With it, Thor and Loki are forced to see a dream that pitted them against each other back in Asgard, with Loki leading an army against Thor and his forces. Stearns plants suggestions in their minds to have them fight each other. He paints Loki as the leader of the insurrection who has laid waste to anyone who opposes him in his quest for the Asgardian throne. Loki sees through it and tries to convince Thor to wake up, claiming all of this to be nothing but an illusion so Stearns could escape. Stearns continues to rouse Thor's hatred for Loki, reminding him of the many times he has deceived him. He has Thor relive memories of when Loki betrayed him, his family, and friends. Stearns keeps whispering in his ears that he must do his duty as a protector of the realm to punish his brother and the many atrocities he has committed. Realizing that he could not convince him otherwise, Loki admits to his past actions and how he has betrayed Thor's trust multiple times. He claims that he is honored that should he perish today, it would be by his brother's hands. Thor comes to his senses and explains that despite his deception and betrayal testing his patience, he was truly impressed at Loki for working with him to stop a much greater threat. He claims that he trusts him, to which Loki shares that this was the first time he has truly felt accepted as his brother. Thor and Loki break through the illusion and claim that Stern's parlor tricks are no match for their brotherly bond. With Bruno, Enchantress, and Ares secured, Captain America checks on Thor and Loki to see if they also manage to capture Stearns. Thor claims they have him secured, but when Stearns pulls out a gun, Loki jumps in front of him to shield Thor. As Thor watches Loki get killed, he is filled with rage and goes on a rampage to kill Stearns for calling his brother weak. He then summons powerful lightning to attack Stearns, but Loki appears alive and well when the dust clears up. Loki claims that he finally obtained the power of the Thunder God in a cube, which he explains is the final piece to completing the Emerald Rain project. He explains that joining the Avengers was merely an act. When Thor asks him to stand down, Loki breaks free from the chains that Odin put on him, claiming that even Odin underestimated him. As the building collapses in on them, Thor screams, being made into a fool quickly after Loki and Stearns teleport elsewhere. The Avengers made it out safely with a captured Ares and Enchantress and an unconscious Bruno. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.